Hello everyone and happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me here. In today's video, I want to talk about money. I want to talk about it though in a really empowering way because I really want to help and support you shift your mindset around money and abundance and moving away from any kind of scarcity thinking that you might be experiencing right now. If you are somebody who wants to have an impact, who wants to feel more fulfilled, who wants to feel more on purpose in your career, you have to shift how you feel about money, because the truth of the matter is if you want to have impact, you're going to need money. It's just the way it is. And the more impact you want to have, the more money you're going to need. Now, in this video, I want to talk about the shift that we're seeing right now in the world in terms of how we see money, how we view money, and there is a shift happening. I'm going to explain that. I also want to talk about why it's important to start to shift your own personal mindset around money, and then thirdly, how to actually do that. So if you look at the world prior to 2020, there was a continual shift towards money. Money was really overriding everything. Like it was always about money. Like when it came to people's priorities and it came to our society, money was always kind of thrown in our faces. It was how we got our power or how we didn't have power. There's been a lot around money, and there's a lot of shame around money, which I want to just blow out of the water right now because there isn't anybody I know that doesn't have some level of shame around money. So the more we talk about it, the more we actually dismantle that shame. That's how shame really works. So I really want to support you in that process. But what happened in 2020, what really started to happen is there was this shift, first of all, of wealth. We all saw it happen in 2020, right? Small businesses, people were losing their jobs. So it was sort of a lot of corporations at the top were making a lot of money. People sort of at the quote unquote bottom, people like you and me weren't, possibly. And how has that shifted now? Okay, so if you look past that initial wealth transfer, which is still happening to a certain degree, what also then happened was people were getting really tired. Like if you look at the Great Resignation, people wanting to work from home, really seeing that, hi, I'm putting all this effort and energy into making money or making it a first priority. And actually, I just want to spend more time with my family. I want more downtime. So we saw the Great Resignation start. That was a shift, people being tired of being treated like a number in a company, wanting to feel more valued. And that's really continued with quiet quitting. There's a lot going on. Now we've seen, inflation happen. We've seen interest rates now rise. I mean, you name it, there's so much happening with money. But this is what happens. This is a sign. Now, there's lots of reasons why this has all happened, all kinds of logical, steps and things that have happened in the world, in the 3D world. But what's the energy behind it? When a system is not working, which our money system isn't, I think we can all see that right now, it is not working. When a system is starting to dismantle and to start to fall apart, that's when it starts to kind of implode on itself. That's really what we're seeing right now. We're seeing everywhere we look, things are not working in all our monetary systems. And that's a sign that it's actually starting to dismantle. Not fun while you're in it, but if you can take a step back and go, okay, that's actually what's happening here. It's actually going to turn out better once we get through some of this crap that we're in right now. Because that's how it kind of feels right now. And you look at interest rates and inflation, it's like, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to get out of this, right? But we will. And this is what I want to talk about. If we want to see the situation in the world change financially, we can't wait for the government to fix it. They're clearly not capable. I don't care what country you're in or what party you voted for. They're not capable of fixing this. It's actually up to you and I to fix the monetary system. How do we do that? We have to change how we feel about money, and we have to stop giving money all our power, because that's what we've been doing. We've all been doing it to a certain degree. We've been giving money our power. So it's time we take our money, our power back, pardon me. How do we do this? Well, we have to start with our mindset. Now, first of all, understand how you feel about money was programmed into you when you were a small child. So whatever your family's your family's belief sets around money, you literally inherited them. They got actually imprinted into you. So if you came from a family that was felt, very scarce, that's the mindset you inherited. That's the mindset that got programmed into you. And what happens is, as we go along in life, we look for evidence to validate our beliefs, and then it validates our beliefs even more. It just keeps really, spiraling, and to the point where we just feel like we're completely in a scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset can come up a few different ways. First of all, not having enough, which is probably the most common. But there's another one that's also not empowering, and that is somebody who's made a lot of money but who's blown a lot of money. We've all heard about lottery winners. They get all this money and they get rid of it. And I see that actually a lot with people who've made a lot of money, is they actually have nothing to show for it. And it's just another way that scarcity mindset has come. It's like you can't even hold the money. So some people don't even allow the money in. Some people allow it in, but then they just let it out just as fast as it comes in. So what can we do? That's really what this video is about. But I wanted to give you just the background to all of this. What can you do? Start to change your belief set about money. And when you consider a lot of the beliefs you have about money have started when you were a child, this takes a continued dedication and commitment to it. So what does this look like? This looks like every single day, taking a few moments, whether it's just once in the morning or, throughout the day, which is even better, obviously. Ground yourself and just feel abundance around you. And you can say things in your head like, I am abundant. I am wealthy. I welcome more money into my world. All kinds of things like that. Really, really important, but you have to do it continually. And you might feel like a fraud at first, and that's okay, right? If that's not your reality right now, you might feel a little uncomfortable around it. You could say, I'm welcoming more money. I'm open to receiving more money, things like that. What you also really, really need to do, which is super important, is watch how you talk about money. This is a really tricky one. I started doing this a number of years ago, and I am blown away at how I used to talk about money. Like really truthfully, the mindset I had around it, things I would say. And if you look around you, people are saying very similar things, but there's a scarcity mindset around there. So when you start saying things, well, I can't do that because I can't afford it, that right there is keeping you in a scarcity mindset. So be really mindful. And when you catch yourself, just do a correction. Just do a correction in your head, or out loud. Just say, okay, well, actually, because it's having that conscious awareness about what you are doing, and then correcting it. And then the next time it gets easier and easier and easier. So be really mindful about how you talk about money. The third tip I want to give you is your identity. You may say, well, I want financial abundance, or I want all these things, and you're over here in your goals and your desires. But if you believe you are a poor person, or you are a scarce person, or you don't have the ability to make money, you'll never get over here, because what's going to happen is the action steps you take in life are going to align with who you are, your identity, not what you want. So to change your identity, I am a person who attracts wealth. I am a person who is abundant. I live an abundant life. Really look at who you are and your identity. Your identity needs to match up with your goals, desires, and your dreams. Otherwise, if it doesn't, what happens is you end up self-sabotaging. You'll never get to your goals and your dreams. So super, super powerful. So along with sitting in, thinking about abundance each day, you can say a few affirmations like, I am an abundant person. I am a person who attracts financial wealth. Because here's the thing, like I said, we need you. If you're a person who wants to go make a difference in this world and have an impact, we need you to have money to be able to do that, whether it's creating and building a business or making a whole lot of money so you can give it to charities who go out and do the work. We need you creating wealth for yourself. So I hope this has helped, and I will talk to you soon.